Good afternoon, Miss Susan Murphy. Thank you for having me and giving me this opportunity to present my ideas for a new break room at our store in Boone. Um, this is a great opportunity, and I've taken the time to do some research and figure out both employee input, pricing, timing, all the steps that we would need to make this happen. So here is a quick presentation to give you an idea of what I'm thinking about the break room. So a few issues we have at our store is our new drink policy, which does not allow even water in a cup with a lid in any of our work areas or customer areas. This gets a little broken. We do keep most of our drinks on the employee table in the cafe since people need to have drinks. We need to have water. The first thing that customers see when they walk into our cafe to eat food is the employee table, which is usually super cluttered up by drinks and food and things that belong to employees. With a break room, we would not need to worry about this because people would be able to keep their things back there. Right now, it's just more of a lack of not having any space that is employee only space for places to put things and drinks. And it looks really clustered and crowded and dirty when our customers see it, and it's not a good way to be doing things. Another issue we have is employee morale. We don't have a place that we can go and sit and be away from people while we're not on the clock or on a break. Right now, everyone kind of sits around the employee table, which is cool. But customers can still come up and talk to us, ask us questions. We don't really feel like we get a break. We're always having to socialize or respond to questions from customers that just love us and they see us and they're like, oh my gosh, please help us with this. And it becomes really kind of awkward and takes up some of our energy when we're trying to rest and recoup for the rest of our work shift. I feel like employee morale would go up a lot if we had a designated space that we could rest even in the colder months, because we have an awesome outdoor space which allows us to sit and stuff in the summertime, but in the wintertime, especially in Boone with all the snow, it gets really cold and no one wants to go sit outside for 30 minutes and eat their food because it's 20 degrees with a -10 wind chill and there's snow on the ground. And I think that our productivity and morale would go up a lot from implementing a break room. Another issue we have is things that get stolen or thrown away that belong to employees, and that isn't a super, super big issue, but it still comes up a lot. I know personally, me and some other people I know have had items that we have either brought from home or brought in with a receipt, and we leave it somewhere out of the way the best we can, and it always gets thrown away, even if we were coming back for it at on our next shift the next day. So just a few hours it could be left there and it seems to disappear. This comes from the fact that we don't have a break room and we don't have any storage. We have maybe 10 lockers to almost 50 employees at our store, and that doesn't give anybody a place to put stuff. There's a few pegs to hang some stuff and jackets, but it's in the wide open where anyone can grab it, anyone can do anything with it. And locker space to have our lunches in or have a drink set on. It would be so awesome, and you wouldn't have to worry about things getting lost or thrown away or stolen. I personally, as a student, I sometimes have to do schoolwork on my lunch break, and I don't feel comfortable leaving my laptop in any of these open places, and all the lockers are always accounted for and have locks on them, and there's not really a good way that I feel like I can store my stuff without having to worry about something happening to it. Having some lockers in a break room and having just an area that can be just ours would be really great and would keep down on employee loss as well as misunderstandings as far as purchases and anything of that matter. So now that I've went through a few bad things that have led me to believe that we need a new break room and things that we could improve on by having one, we're talking about the implementation. So the implementation of this project would be really easy. It would be maybe a month at the most. That's working at a slow pace. The first thing we would need to do would be to figure out the area for it. So I figured out a few different areas that would be good for this break room. One being the motor room in the back of the store that used to be Tara's workspace. It is now food service storage, which we could really use, but I feel like with some rearranging and some more organization, that could be opened up and become a break room. Also, the extra building we have on the side of the store, the one that used to be the Bark Mobile store, it could be opened up and we could have the break room in there. And that's kind of what I've decided would be the best idea. We could have like a keypad entry. Employees could get in. It could be set in an alarm afterwards. No one could get in after. It wouldn't be that costly. It would be really great. Employees would have a place that they could go sit and eat and be away from customers, put their stuff. It would still not be too far out of the way. And I've came up with a step-by-step, day-by-day guide to how long each thing would take in this 1 week to month period that we could get this done in. You can see that in my proposal. It wouldn't be very long at all. I've also set up a diagram, as you can see behind me. Let me show you a little better. All right, there is the floor plan. As you can see, it would be plenty space for even all of our employees to sit during our store meetings. You can also see this picture in the hard copy that I've given you of my proposal. It goes over where everything would be situated for the most floor space and how everything could be arranged. Very easy to do. The cost analysis would cost about $4,000, not too much. I compared different lockers and tables and all the things that we would need. I compared prices, came up with the best solution. There is a picture of the different options there. As you can see, option 3 has the least amount, and that is the option that all included would be around $4,000, which would not be a big expense for this company considering we are a slightly large corporation, and it would help our customers' employees feel like they're in a clean, safe place for all their belongings and not looking so cluttered. Thank you again for hearing me out. I think that this would be an awesome addition to our store, and I hope that you take the time to consider it and maybe talk it with your supervisors. And I hope that you can contact me with any questions regarding this matter that you may have in my research. They can contact me as well. I would look forward to hearing back from you, and I really hope that you think about this and think about all the perks that this would allow. Thank you again, and have a wonderful day.